The air in the Hamilton manor was thick with the scent of old wood and unspoken hatred. Richard Hamilton, the man who controlled the city's shipping empire for 40 years, was finally gone. His three children, Edward, the arrogant eldest, Julian, the soft-spoken gambler, and Catherine, the ambitious socialite, sat in the library, eyes fixed on the black leather briefcase held by the family lawyer. They weren't there to mourn, they were there to collect. But as the seal on the will was broken, the lawyer's hands began to shake. The document wasn't a gift, it was a confession that would tear the Hamilton name apart forever. For decades, the Hamiltons were the gold standard of high society. But behind the iron gates of their estate, Richard was a man who ruled with fear. When he died of a sudden respiratory failure, the siblings immediately began the legal paperwork to divide the $300 million estate. Your Honor, Edward's legal team had already argued in a pre-hearing, my father intended for the business to stay in the hands of his eldest son. The other siblings are to be given their trust funds, and the matter should be settled quietly. But the lawyer, a man named Mr. Sterling, cleared his throat and began to read. To my children, I leave the memories of the house they hated. But to my son Thomas Hamilton, I leave the entirety of the shipping empire and all liquid assets. The room went cold. Thomas Hamilton had supposedly died in a boating accident 20 years ago. He was the youngest, the rebel, the one Richard had officially disowned. Catherine stood up, her voice trembling with rage. "This is a fraud. Thomas is dead. My father is mocking us from the grave." The legal battle moved to the Superior Court within a week. The siblings filed a motion to declare the will a forgery, claiming Richard was of unsound mind. They brought in medical experts to testify that his dementia had made him delusional. Across the aisle sat a man in a simple gray suit, his face weathered, but his eyes unmistakably Hamilton. He claimed to be the dead son, Thomas. The tension reached a breaking point when Edward's lawyers presented a death certificate from 2006, signed and sealed by the Coast Guard. This man is an imposter, a con artist trying to steal a legacy. But Thomas's lawyer, a sharp woman who specialized in cold cases, produced a single item, a silver locket recovered from Richard's private safe. Inside was a tiny microchip. When played in court, the room was filled with Richard's own voice, recorded just days before his death. "I didn't lose Thomas to the sea. I hid him. I sent him away to protect him from his own siblings. I knew the moment I was gone, they would try to kill him, just like they tried to kill his mother." The autopsy of Richard Hamilton was suddenly reopened. The respiratory failure was found to be caused by a rare, untraceable toxin, the same one found in Edward's private medical cabinet. The siblings' attempt to invalidate the will backfired spectacularly. Edward wasn't just losing the money, he was being led away in handcuffs for the murder of his own father. The dead son walked out of the court as the sole owner of the Hamilton empire. He didn't take the limo. He walked away into the city, leaving behind a family destroyed by its own greed. Justice had finally come home to the manor. In the pursuit of wealth, how far would you go? Is blood truly thicker than water, or is gold the only thing that matters? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. This is Justice Journals. Subscribe for your daily dose of courtroom drama and family secrets. The court is adjourned.